Hello, class. This is the second structured communication you receive every single week. And this one I talk about something new in the world of chemistry. Chemistry is a very dynamic field. We're learning lots of new things, and one of the things I love about chemistry is how broad it is and how chemistry gets its scientific tentacles in so many different fields of study, like in this case, anthropology. So first of all, I did not send a link out for the office hours. I will send it out with this email, and I uploaded a syllabus, and I forgot to put the link on there. The syllabus talk actually has the link on there, but I'm going to make sure that the syllabus link is it is on the syllabus. It's done properly, and I'll also so even though I'm making this video on Wednesday, on Thursday, June 11th, I'll have an office hour again at 9 a.m. to 10:10 a.m. for anyone who missed it. I'm gonna, from subsequent weeks, I'm just gonna have it on Wednesdays. But if you need something, reach out to me. Of course, I'll if I have time, I'll meet with you. So, okay, so with this. If you want, I this is mandatory, but I don't grade it. Is a discussion on these topics. So we're going to have a topic about this again. Like I said, I'm not going to grade it, so it's mandatory but ungraded discussion on this. So and this recent topic, and you can see it's relatively recent, May 15th. First of all, the source of this is Chemical Engineering News. Most of my talks on articles come from Chemical Engineering News. This is the magazine for the American Chemical Society. American Chemical Society is the biggest chemistry professional organization. So, in chemistry, I'm sorry, I should say. Disclaimer: it's the biggest in chemistry. That would be quite a flex to say it's the biggest professional organization. It's not, but it is for chemistry. So, there's always various topics, and I typically harvest articles from this, and then I bring them to the class and give you a quick video to kind of tell you what I think the highlights are and some of the interesting things, and I try and pronounce some of the words because I know some people don't see the pronunciation. So probably you can see Homo erectus and Denisovans. So these are ancestors to humans, and we are Homo sapiens. That's our species, and actually with Homo sapiens we have some ancestors Homo neanderthalis, also known Neanderthals, and Denisovians. So these were found later, relatively recently, within the past decade, found that humans have Denisovian DNA in them. And so it's interesting that this is something, is, like I said, in the past decade, that this is still an emerging field. So in this article talks about teeth that were found in Asia and how in this case they're looking at proteins, but looking at the proteins, and I see the team extracted the proteins via liquid chromatography and mass spectrometry. So this is okay. So liquid chromatography and mass spec. These are two ways of separating components. Mass spec is typically in the gas phase, but the idea is that you separate things out by mass, and specifically charge to mass ratios. And also proteins are huge. So if you haven't heard about grams per mole yet, proteins tend to be on the thousands of grams per moles. So also slant topic with this. This does mention DNA, and usually when we think of hereditary material, we think, oh, DNA is hereditary material, A plus for me. So there is more to genetic material than just DNA. DNA is by far the largest and the most consequential of hereditary material, but there's others. So mitochondria is another one. So you can specifically we can track mitochondria lines through women. So you ask yourself, are you closer to your mother or father? Genetically, you're closer to your mother. And for two reasons. One of them is the mitochondria. You get your mitochondria from your mother. The other one is proteins. So you get most of your proteins from your mother. And proteins are actually hereditary material. And so, for instance, a famous movie, you've probably heard of it, Jurassic Park. So, and if you are unfamiliar, I'm talking, I guess I'm old school. I'm talking about the one in the 90s. I know there's like Jurassic World and all this stuff, but I'm showing my age here that, I've seen one of those movies, but I didn't really, it was just a lot of dinosaurs jumping around kind of thing. And people going around in Zorg balls and that kind of thing. And anyways, so in the original movie, if you're an old timer like me, I guess, they talk about in like the Michael Crichton book, going that far back, they got the DNA from mosquitoes trapped in amber. And then there was missing pieces of DNA, so they filled in the gaps by using like amphibians, I think frogs, if I remember the movie correctly, and then they grew dinosaurs from I want to say a crocodile egg, or I don't remember all the things going back, but let's say they did that. The problem is that there's going to be the genetic material of the host animal that you had in there. So if it was a crocodile, if it was a frog, that means you're going to get frog proteins, crocodile proteins in there, and it's not going to be a dinosaur. So there are a lot, and there's some things that we're learning about, but we haven't entirely figured it out yet. We've looked into some instances of cloning, for instance. We're even seeing if we can make offspring, like from two males or two females, right? So we can, if we want to get rid of proper sexual reproduction and just have single gender, because we have the we like to think we have the technology. Oh, you just take the DNA and you splice it apart, and you can have like a baby from two mothers or two fathers, and they're not with humans yet, but they've worked it with other animals, and they're having a really hard time with this. They do it with mice, and they do a lot of this research in China. They with the mice, and they have a hard time with what they call imprinting. There are just certain genes, certain combinations that happen that don't work really well between two males. Than to say like a male and a female, and they call this imprinting. I thought imprinting was like when if a baby duck sees you, it follows you around the rest of your life kind of thing. I guess imprinting has several different terms. So, but that's from a different chemical engineering news article actually. So if you're curious, I can send that to you as well. But this is, so I'm saying, well, this is where this all fits in, and although there aren't too many parallels to the course yet, but we're just starting, so I just kind of want to show you that chemistry is a wide range of topics, and many fields use chemistry. And it's very rare that I have people interested in my class because they just, really want to do chemistry. I mean, I do get that, and I do get chemistry majors, and I did have one retiree who wanted to audit my class because he wanted to learn about chemistry, but pretty much everyone's taking this class because it's required. And I appreciate that, I understand that. And why is it required? It's because chemistry is just so useful. And if you were looking at me like, why did this man spend all his time, like, I got my PhD, so why did I spend years? I got my undergraduate degree, and then I went through and got my PhD. Why did I study chemistry? It's because of chemistry explains why. and it's so useful. So the fact that we can use a chemical technique like mass spec and liquid chromatography, and then we can look at the proteins and determine, like, oh hey, this is where we can see these proteins, and it shows, hey, this is when humans and Denisovian, I can't do this word, Denisovian, yeah, Denisovian. There we go. I'm sorry. That this is when they join together in part to form modern humans. And the last paragraph, this is interesting about the DNA. So that this EPAS1 gene variant that keeps hemoglobin levels relatively low in blood, that this variant is from the Denisovians, and it's found in 80% of Tibetans. And so Tibet is a really high plateau area of China. So the people there, I've never been to. I get altitude sickness. I have a hard time over 8,000 feet. So I am not going to go to Tibet unless I'm wearing a spacesuit the whole time. But Tibetans, they have no problem. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this brief article, and I know I talked a little bit more this time. I'll try and keep it shorter. Sometimes I get excited and talk too much, but I guess that's why I'm a teacher, huh? And I will send out the link in an email, and I'll see you. I guess it'll be today, because I send this out at midnight. See you today at 9, if not next week. And in the office hours, by the way, these are voluntary. You don't have to come if you don't want to. So, hope you enjoy. I hope you're doing okay this week. If you have any questions, if something's happening, let me know. Oh, and don't forget to write to the introduction forum and then the replies. That's how I track attendance. And also sign up for Mastering Chem. You do have to buy it. You have to pay for it, so that's not included in the class. So let me know if you have any questions, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.